Hello and a warm, magical hug and welcome from me at Totally Out Now. Magic, illusion, it makes me feel alive. I don't know about you. I feel that the two parts of me, which is the child in me, suddenly awakens and I'm like magically happy. Every day, every moment, that's how I live, magically. But who doesn't love the idea of magic? Anyone in here doesn't like the idea of magic? I love it. So I don't know, what is it about that word magic that keeps us alive, makes us smile, makes this sense of excitement and mystery? Well, I wish I was an expert at this. I am not. But what I'm going to bring and who I'm going to bring today is magically Dr. Kruti Parekh. Kruti, my
Hello.
Saturday, my Saturday is turned into a fantastic day thanks to you. Let's make this magical. And I want to actually introduce you because there are so many things about you that people don't know. But I
Right.
have this huge long list of things. I'm going to keep it very, very precise. Okay. So for those who don't know, Kruti is India's and Asia's actually only professional female mentalist. She's a corporate speaker as well. She does a lot of work around the world in this space. She's a genius, as we all know, and you know why. She's an IT engineer. Wow, engineer. Kruti, world's youngest artistic illusionist. I don't know what that means. Sorry. A PhD in magical entertainment and humanities. I have no idea what all this means. You will have to talk to us. So many things about you that we don't know. Please tell us, who is this magical Kruti Parekh?
So yes, like you mentioned, I have been lucky enough to diversify myself into a lot of different creative stuff. So I will start one by one. So as you mentioned, I'm a mentalist, and I would like to mention what a mentalist is. Because a lot of people say you're a magician and you're a mentalist, and these are terms which kind of are very easily mixable. So I think I'll explain you. So what a magician basically does is we'll take a deck of cards and say pick a card up. You will pick a card up and they'll say, okay, put it somewhere in the middle, shuffle the deck, and then say, hey, okay, this is your card. So that's what a magician does. What a mentalist does is that a mentalist will just lay the cards on the table and ask you to randomly just pick one card from it. And he will actually guide you and influence you to pick the card that he wants you to pick up. So he doesn't do a trickery or a trick method there, but it's just by the way he speaks to you or by the way the situation is created that you pick the card that they want you to. So basically, a mentalist influences your mind. A mentalist reads your body language, your behavioral skills, etc., and thereby creates the wow factor and the wow moment for you.
And so, who's an illusionist then? Is that a new term for a mentalist?
No, so an illusionist in magic, there are three categories of magic. One is called close-up, one is called conjuring, and one is called illusion. So close-up magician is someone who does more effects with cards, coins, small objects, have got a lot more skill set required for it. A conjuring artist is generally a person who performs magic with props. So the magic is in the prop. So like how you see in birthday parties, where there's a prop, where there's a gimmick inside, and they will take out the birds and the chocolates and stuff for kids. So that comes under the conjuring category of magic. And then we come to illusions, which is something like David Copperfield does. So it's
Okay.
set up on a stage where you have lights, sound, choreography, and obviously the effect is larger than life. So you have buildings disappearing, you have girls appearing and disappearing and changing into transforming themselves into something else, or you have an elephant disappearing. So things like that. That's called illusionist. So when you perform that format of magic, you're called an illusionist. When you perform the other formats, then you are called a close-up artist, or you're called a conjuring artist.
Okay, so there are terms that I have come across, hypnotism, for instance. A lot of people say hypnotism is also a form of mentalist or magic. Is that true?
So hypnosis is also, you can see it is all interchangeable because hypnosis is also something that as a mentalist you may want to use. But hypnotist is again a person who specializes in this format of hypnotherapy or hypnosis. So it's a different format which works more with meditation, getting control on the minds of the people, etc. So getting your mind to behave or getting a person to behave in a particular way is hypnosis.
Okay. So every time I've met a hypnotist, I've come across somebody, in our business, we meet a lot of people, right? I always worry that I'm going to look into their eyes and they're going to make me fall asleep and make me do things. Is that really possible?
So did they get some money out of you, Raga, hypnotizing?
No, I've never fallen asleep standing.
Oh, yeah,
No, but seriously, is that even possible? Is that true? Or is it something it's in the mind?
So I think it's more in the mind, where I'll say, like, some people will just talk to you in such a way that you're ready to give them anything that you want. So it's the same format when there are people who are weak-minded people who kind of fall trap to just somebody speaking nicely or sweetly to them, etc. So they use those kind of techniques to get your mind to be in a more gullible state. So
Fantastic. I see. I see. So I'm strong. I've never fallen to that kind of stuff. Hey, we've got audience joining in, and as we go along, we will chat to them and we will take their questions. And I'm sure we'll have lots of questions. So welcome everyone. So Kruti, I'm going to actually, I know that what Kruti is going to do today is she's going to show us, share some of her magic and stuff with us, right? You're going to play games with us.
I'm going to play mind games with you. I'm going to get into Raga's mind and get you all the secrets out. I'm going to influence Raga's mind, and I'm going to see something that people have not done. People have seen a lot of magic games, magic tricks, etc. I'm going to do play mind games with totally out Raga.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm so strong. Now I'm aware, right? Let's see if you can play mind games. Challenge her?
Okay. So let's begin with one thing, which is a complicated affair, but I'm going to try and do this with you, okay?
Sure. Sure.
So what I have is I have a deck of cards here,
Okay.
kept right like this, okay? Can you see it? It's in
I
full
can see.
view.
I can see the golden
Okay.
deck of
You
cards.
know there are cards in a deck, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I want you, Raga, to give me any mid-value number between 1 and 52.
Any. I should give it to you.
Tell me
Five.
aloud.
Five.
A mid-value number, a mid-value
Mid
number.
value क्या होता है?
Mid-value is like somewhere in the range of,
हाँ
say,
हाँ okay okay. Say
10
30.
to 30 के बीच में. 30?
हाँ.
It's
30.
your random choice. I have not
Random.
tried.
Totally out now. Random.
Totally out and totally random.
Random.
So we have got the number 30. Okay, do we have our audience with us actually?
Do we have a few? How many? Do we have? Please show of hand. Say hi to us. We will know you're here. We haven't put you to sleep already. I'm a good hypnotist. Hey. We have people.
Around, you know that you have competition here.
Yes. Come on, let's see. Challenging totally out to now.
All right. So we'll wait for some people to join in, but I'm going to ask you this. So I'm going to start with influencing your mind. Okay. So you've given me a number 30, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in a deck of cards, Raga, how many colors are there?
4.
Okay, you're already hypnotized. There are not 4 colors, there are only 2 colors, red and black.
Oh, red and black is it? Yeah, no blue. See, I'm the wrong person for that. Okay, 2 colors.
2 colors, red and black. I want you to randomly choose any one color that you like, red or black.
Should I tell you to say it out to you? Red.
Tell me.
Red.
Red is the color that you choose. Okay. In red, there are 2 kinds. There is hearts and there is diamonds.
Yes.
I want you to make a choice. Make an unusual choice. Hearts or diamonds.
So totally out now, diamonds.
Diamonds, yes. Diamonds are the woman's best friend, right?
Absolutely. Not mine,
so
but hey.
Diamonds. And it's been completely random. We haven't fixed this up, nothing, right?
Yeah. We haven't even spoken before this.
No, we haven't even spoken. And Raga seems to be very happy about it, which I'm not happy about it. So you've given me the number 30.
Yeah.
You've chosen the color red.
Yes.
And you've the suit as diamonds.
Yes.
Now what I want you to do is, Raga, in diamonds, you have ace to king.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Give me any random card. So from ace to king, give me any random card. Don't make it easy like the ace or the king. Just give me any random card.
Okay, I'll do my favorite Joker.
No, from ace.
Ace to ace king में क्या होता है? See how bad I'm at cards, guys.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
10,
Okay. Any random. Okay. So 9.
9. Okay. So we have 9 of diamonds. Okay. Okay. So you have 9 of diamonds.
Yeah.
You have a 30th card.
Yes.
And this is a completely random choice that you've come to.
Yes.
I have had this deck of cards right here in front of me.
Right.
There was no way I am going to change anything. I could have influenced your mind, nothing. What if rather I take these cards out, and when I count out to the 30th card in this deck, it is the 9 of diamonds.
Wow, I'll take you out for a coffee.
Okay.
See,
Okay, so do
she looks
ready,
disappointed.
do ready for the post lockdown because right now we are in the lockdown and not allowed.
Online coffee.
Online coffee. अरे मजा कहाँ आया? कौन जाएगा?
Okay,
Anyways, I am going to count out to the card. So I want you, as I put the card down,
I will count.
you will count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is like really getting very stressful for me too. So we've got eight.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, halfway there, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
Okay, 21.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
30th card.
Yes.
You randomly chosen any card from this deck of cards, and you have
I,
not predetermined anything, nothing.
I don't
And
know the
because
difference between anything.
asked you to choose, asked you how many colors are there in a deck of cards, you already said four.
I have no idea about cards. It shows.
And what
Am
do
I
you
buying you
know?
coffee? Am I buying you
You
coffee?
have this very card to be the nine of diamonds.
Oh my God. This is amazing, guys. How? How? What?
Oh, very
Seriously,
easy, rather very easy to influence your mind.
is it?
I
Oh
think
God,
you haven't met proper hypnotists and stuff till now.
I haven't. This is like completely blown me away. Do you have bigger tricks than this? This is like, okay, this is
This is
amazing.
okay.
This is amazing. Man, I haven't, like, really, I've seen a lot of card stuff, card games, but this
Yeah.
was amazing. Guys, what do you think of this? Please comment. We need to feel, अरे तेरे पत्ते क्या बचाओ क्या तेरे पत्ते, I don't know what that means, but hey, Kruti, thank you for that. It really, I don't know, is it my eyes? Should I shut my eyes and talk to you?
No, no, no. You can talk to me normally. It's okay.
No, but how do you get into my mind?
Well, if I can do that through a virtual platform, closing eyes is not going to help you at all.
I'm like,
Well,
okay.
I don't know how many thousand miles away from me right now, Raga.
But seriously, on this note, I want to know, is it possible for people like us to learn this and influence people's mind and the way we make them think? Can we influence people?
Of course, you can learn this and you can influence people's mind. But as a responsible practitioner, what I do is I do not use this for negative purposes, or I do not use this for any purposes which is anti to people, because I don't believe in getting into somebody else's mind without their permission. I do it very
Okay. So what happens if
well.
you're sitting in an audience, Kruti, if you're sitting with an audience and some people are not open to anything, right? They are closed people. So are you still able to reach out to them?
So it's a difficult task for me. So I will identify from the beginning of my show. I will identify that, okay, this slot is going to be the more difficult one to work with, and slowly and steadily through my show, I try to open their minds up. And I think then once they're there and they're having an open mind, you can always reach out to them and do experiments with them.
So do you really study this? I know that people have, those Gurukul system where the guru would pass it on to the chela, to the student. But you are saying there are actually schools and universities doing this program?
Uh, no. So obviously, if you ask me about magic, yes, of course, there are universities and schools doing that,
Yeah.
where they actually perform magic and teach magic. And in fact, I have a course at the Mumbai University where
Okay.
I myself am teaching magic to young aspirants who want to learn this art form.
Okay. So how long does it take to, practice this and to perfect this? You obviously perfected it.
So it's, this question is a very person to person kind of question, because there could be a student who will just pick it up in a year's time, and there could be somebody who will practice it for the last 20 years and still not be there. So I think it's like any learning any other art form. It takes time, it takes perseverance, it takes practice to really be where you want to be.
You know, when we are kids, we know that we incline towards music, we incline towards the creative arts, acting. How do you feel? How do you know that you're inclined towards magic?
So it started off as a kid itself. When I was just 5 years old, I just saw a magic show of a roadside magician. We have the Madaris, we used to have them here.
Yep, yep.
And he just showed me a trick, and I was like, oh my God, how the hell does this happen? As a 5-year-old kid. And I would just follow him till he didn't teach me what the tricks were. So that's how it was. That's how, sometimes you just learn it and you forget it. Like, so for me also, I've learned so many different art forms, and I use them now into magical presentation. So when you call me a world's youngest artistic illusionist, I'll come to the explanation of that a little later.
Sure.
But this is what was the art form. I feel that magic really chose me rather than me choosing magic, because as a kid, yes, you are really amazed by magic, but when I started growing, I started performing. Like, my first performance on stage with the illusions that we're talking about, the grandest form of magic, was at the age of 6.5.
Oh, wow.
That was at not at just any auditorium or something. So we had the prestigious Bharati Vidya Bhavan in Mumbai, and we
Sure.
had a sold out show.
Wow.
So
Wow.
when I started performing at that age, I think it was somewhere magic chose me, because at that time there was no YouTube, there were no institutions, there were no opportunities for us to learn. So it's literally been I've been watching people and trying to figure out how to do this, and therefore come up with my own ways of doing things.
So tell me, so like I'm just curious. So is it your parents that who encouraged you? I mean, obviously at 6 they would have to encourage you. What if you had? I mean, I'm just trying. This talent could have got lost, right, without encouragement from our parents. I'm just.
Of course, of course. So I think initially, when till I was just doing it like a hobby kind of thing, they were very supportive of it. They was like, "हाँ, ठीक है, बच्चा है, जो करना है करो" types.
Uh,
But I do also remember, because magic is also an expensive hobby. It's
sure.
not a very cheap hobby. Like, I'll just give you an example for you to get a relative understanding of it. Two matchsticks will cost you like not even 2 rupees.
Yeah.
But a magic which has a gimmicked matchstick will actually cost you 20 rupees.
I see.
So magic is a very, very expensive hobby to really work with. So it was difficult for them, because every time you go, and there used to be a small magic shop, and I used to pass by and say, "Mummy, mummy, mummy, I want to go one magic shop." And people like, "Come on, just go home. You have to go home and study." So it was, but when they saw that I have this kind of liking towards it, and I'm getting the appreciation for people and from the people, and I'm enjoying doing this, so they always encouraged me. But of course, it was with rules. So you have to study.
Yes.
You can't just leave your studies and get into magic and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I think that was something which was very important for me. And post that, I think my parents really encouraged me when they saw that I have this aptitude in magic.
So do you have to be naughty to be a magician?
I don't think so.
You're
You have
naughty
to be
anyway.
naughty to be a magician.
You are naughty anyway. You're naturally
Uh,
naughty.
it's
You know
all
the reason I asked?
personality. It's a part of your personality. You can't change that. I don't think it's got anything to do with magic really to go.
No? So do you ever play tricks on your parents or close friends and take them by surprise?
Yes, of course. Why not? If you want to, we're just having fun. I think after the show, we're just normal human beings, and we want to have fun. And it's also a nice way for me to recharge myself, because on show, there's so much energy, there's so much focus and concentration that I'm working on. So post that,
Sure.
it's off, and I just want to have fun with people. So in fact, I think I'm not even sometimes not talking magic or with my friends also.
So we're going to come back to a lot of stuff. I just want to know, is there any way we can get the audience to participate? Is there something that we can do?
Sure, why not? Oh, I just finished one act. Do we have a good audience? Like a
We
good
have a,
amount of
we have,
audience?
well, we have a decent audience, yes.
All right. So let's do one thing. What do you want to do? Okay. I'm going to. Will you select one person from the audience?
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I know all of you are here and I love you all equally. but I am going to select a tough one for you. Venkat. I didn't be Venkat. I'll just ask a
Venkat.
few. Yeah.
Okay. So we have
Venkat,
Venkat. Is
one
Venkat
second.
around?
Venkat,
Can you just give
if
us
you're
a
still
hi?
around, yeah. Say hi to us, Venkat, if you're still around. I didn't be. If you're still around, say hi to us quickly, or we're going to choose another one. Okay. Anyone wants to participate?
Yeah, just put in a
Volunteer.
hi. The first person who puts in a hi, we just take them.
Yeah. So first person who says hi, we'll get yours. I've got a bit of a delay here. Okay. We've got, yeah, Venkat says hi.
Oh, Venkat said hi. Hi, Venkat.
Yeah.
How are you doing? You're back. I think you're destined to be here.
Yeah.
So now I have a simple piece of paper. What I want Venkat to do is I want Venkat to think. Okay, so I can't really see the chat. I
Yeah.
want Venkat. I'm going to ask Venkat to think about a place he wants to visit. So any destination he wants to visit. Okay. So can you just tell
Venkat,
Venkat?
Venkat, I know you can hear Kruti well. She's saying you think of a destination or place that you want to visit. Think
Raga,
about it.
what I'm going to ask you to do is, Raga, you have to think how many days you want to go to this destination. So we have an unknown destination, and
Okay.
we're going to have an unknown number which you're thinking of. All right?
Okay. Okay. Got. I done it.
I can't see Venkat, but I can see you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on Venkat, and Raga, I just want you to put your hand like this towards the screen. Okay, and I want you to think of your number. I want you to think of your number. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, all right, all right. I've got it. I think I've got even what Venkat wants, and I'm going to write it down right here.
Suspense. Suspense. Suspense.
All right, I have
Okay.
written it down,
Okay.
and I am going to like literally put this as a chit right here in front of us.
Okay.
I've already written it down, so there's no way I can change what's written here. So now, for the very first time, can you ask Venkat to write it in the chat? What is the place he's thinking of?
Okay. Venkat, put the place, the destination that you're thinking of on the chat. This is fantastic. I can't wait. Yeah, there's a little delay. Remember
No problem,
in
no problem. Until
technology.
that time, what you can do, Raga, is you can tell us the okay. We'll wait for the destination, and then maybe you could give us the number.
Yeah,
You already have the number in your mind, right?
yeah, I've got the number, and I'm not going to change that number.
Okay, okay. So Raga, so has he given the destination yet?
Not yet, not yet. Yeah,
Then
he's
we're gonna
now somebody's come through. It says, okay, should I say it?
yeah, yeah. Why not?
Alaska.
He wants to go to Alaska, and how many days you have thought of going to Alaska? Yes.
Very short time. I didn't know he was going to choose Alaska. I said 7 days.
7 days is what you have written, right? He
Yeah,
could
which
have chosen any destination in this planet, but he chose what did he choose, Raga? He chose Alaska.
Alaska.
You could have had any number of holidays, knowing that somebody else is, planning to, maybe you could have literally thought for a longer period of time, but you did not, and you chose it to be only 7. Only 7.
Yeah.
Only 7.
I know only 7. I wish it was longer, but hey.
Okay, no problem. All I'm going to do
Suspense.
is
Yeah.
open the chip, and show you what is the content or what is really written inside this. And would you be amazed if I have written here Alaska and 7 days?
I would be very amazed. I think I will take you out for a drink.
Right
Oh
here.
my God, guys!
Yeah,
This is
Alaska, right there on the top here.
Venkat.
Alaska and
Amazing.
7 days.
Alaska
So,
and 7 days.
everyone, Alaska and 7 days, that's where you're going to find Raga very soon, as soon as this lockdown goes off.
Not 7 days. I'll go for 14. But hey, Venkat, we did it. You owe me an Alaska trip now. 7 days. It's amazing, Kruti.
Thank you, thank you.
But this is where it baffles me, right? Because when you're doing magic tricks, like I said, we see a lot of that. You can see the cards and you think, oh, maybe they're playing games with you, whatever, they're reading your mind. But this is like online.
Yes.
One person who's sitting, I don't know in which part of India. I'm in London. And you're making us do different things and you're still able to get this.
Yeah, and that's what actually, if you have been following, I have a new show which I've designed, which is called Magical Moments. And this is a show where the people who are coming for the show are really getting this experience. So every Fridays when I have the show, I think Raga, you should come for my show, which happens on this Friday. So please
Sure.
come for that show. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be something where you actually experience different things. And it's happening through a virtual screen. So there's no way it could have been planned or anything. It's just there live and it's an experience which you will remember for a lifetime.
You've got a whole lot of audience, like Nikki Ray says, "Oh, no freaking way." Idance Venkat, his Idance B, he says, "Oh my God." I mean, Raj Singh Rawat, I mean, he's no words, it's blank, which means he's totally like, I have no words. Speechless. Venkat says, "You're a genius, Kruti." Rashmi writes, her name is Rashmi, writes her name here. And she'd like to participate. Yes, Rashmi will definitely make things happen through the show for you to participate. I know Nikki Ray is also waiting to participate. Nicola Fenton is never ever engages because she's at the back end. She says, "Wow." We are mesmerized. Kruti, I want to know, have you ever made a mistake while doing a show like this? And have you got wrong? And how have you managed that?
Oh yes, it happens a lot of times. So once actually, what it really happened is, so there are two things which happen in a mistake, in a mind show. The first thing which really happens is that you just don't get it. Okay, so you're just not able to get what the other person is thinking because there are people who want you to fail. So there are a lot of
Mm.
times where we have a section of audience who always wants to feel I am superior. Nobody can do this to me. Nobody can read my mind. Nobody can do anything wherein I will be amazed or they can read what is in my mind, etc. So we get that group of people a lot of times in our shows who are the skeptics. So what happens is that, for example, it's just a blank thing wherein if I am thinking of, say, for example, I'll give you an example. Say, for example, I had written 7 days, right? Now, there could be a possibility where you could have said, no, 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 7 days is not what I thought. I thought of 13 days.
Yeah,
So I fail. For the
yeah.
entire audience, I fail. But it
Mm.
was right and it was 7 days. So sometimes as an artist, we take that hit and we say, sorry, it was not my day because it's not always that you're going to be 100% correct.
Yeah,
You
but
can
that is a
also
difference. But that is a difference, right, Kruti? That is when somebody else wants you to fail, and that happens in life, right? We experience this, let me say, on a day-to-day basis as well. Some people will love you and they will participate, they'll support you. Some people, no matter what you do, they will want you to fail, and they'll do everything possible for you to fail. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about where you have genuinely made a mistake, and has that happened to you?
So I will tell you, this happened long time actually. In the mind shows, because I'm generally more focused. I do my meditations and stuff before my presentation, so I'm generally more focused and aligned to what I want to do. In fact, I'm hearing a lot more than what I need to know while I'm in my mind show because that's the alertness that I need. But while I was, long time back when I was only performing an illusion show, I would like to mention there was this one act where I failed miserably. Where you've heard of the legendary Houdini.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So there was this act where we do a similar stuff on stage where my hands are handcuffed and I'm put in a bag and then it's chained
Right,
and it's
yeah.
put inside a box and then that is locked and chained and everything. And then I'm supposed to escape out of it. Now I really failed because what had happened is my assistant. So there is a way that you come out of that box. There is a secret way. I won't reveal what the secret is,
Yeah,
but there's a
sure,
way to
sure.
come out of that box, obviously. So because my show was there, I told my assistant, paint the box and key. And he painted it and he also painted the secret way. So
Ooh.
everything was. Now this was something which would have actually killed me because I was stuck inside the box. There's only limited amount of air that you have inside the box. Your hands are handcuffed. You're tied inside a bag and inside a box. It's very difficult if you're not able to escape.
Wow.
So in that case, the only thing which really works is presence of mind.
Yeah.
So I literally have to shout and inform my team members outside that there's something wrong.
Wow.
So we had a code word, and I explained that, and my father understood that hey, something is wrong because the time was running out, and I did not escape out of the box.
Sure.
So he realized there's something wrong, and I said, "Hey, I'm not in the box." So that I don't know what struck me. I had the mic with me inside the box and said, "Hey, I'm not in the box. Do you want to know? Please check it." So they opened the box and they checked it, and I was still there in the box, obviously. But I passed on the message to my team that, hey, something went wrong, and I came out and I said, hey, you know what? It's I think it's not a good day today, or I'm not focused, and we just had to move to the next act.
Sure.
So so there are times where you just take a hit like this and move on, because at the end of the day, you're a human and you're going to be
Yeah,
performing
sure.
a show.
The magic in the magic is not knowing what the magic is about, right? The surprise element. I don't want to know, even if you tell me today this is how I did it, I don't want to know, because I love the mystery
The
of the
movement,
magic.
the wonder.
Huh, the wonder, the excitement I feel knowing how did Kruti do it. This will stay with me for a long time. But what do you think of these YouTube and which has every video possible? If I want to see how did they cut that girl into half and then she walked out fully, I'd go to YouTube. What is your comment about that? Does it take the magic away?
Of course it does. I think, of course, it takes the magic away, because in magic, to a certain extent, yes, the secret is very important.
Yeah,
So it does take the secret away. But again, it's your choice whether you want to go and Google and say how this is done and figure it out or not, or you want to stay in the moment of wonder.
see,
So
I
I
think
will say
so.
that what I have done is what I do, or what I like to do is I take myself away from just the trick mode.
I see.
And what I have done is over the years, I have transformed myself into becoming a person who creates magical theatricals.
I see. Cool.
So wherein even if you come to know what the secret is, it really doesn't matter, because it's the whole act, the whole,
Experience.
yeah, the whole vision that you're going to have, the visual amazement is something that my audience would be amazed with and would love and take back home. So
Fantastic.
so I just want to elaborate on this. I don't know if you know about it, but so there was this you mentioned about world's youngest artistic illusionist. So what
Yes.
I have actually done is I took magic and I turned into a theatrical for a wedding. With the Dulha Dulhan, they perform magic for each other, and they are performing the magic. So I'll just narrate 2 minutes of the whole
Please,
script.
please,
It's a long script
please.
where I'm playing the role of a narrator, a sutradhar, and I snap. So it's a dance, music, magic theatrical. I snap my fingers and a gudda appears. I snap my fingers and a goodie appears, and they're both dancing, and I'm dancing with it. And then I take a cloth, and the gudda turns into the actual dulha. The goodie turns into the actual dulha. And now the dulha wants to impress the dulhan, so he'll just wave his hand in the air, and a big bouquet of flowers appears. He tosses it up. The bouquet of flowers goes flying to the girl, and the girl is very happy about it. So they're very happy. They have a small romantic dance step, etc. And then fight happens, like in all love stories. So the entire stage is filled with swords. So both of them take a sword and they are at loggerheads with each other. And then they say that I don't want to be with this man. I don't want to be with this girl. So the girl comes to me and she said, I don't want to be with him. So I vanish the girl. The girl disappears. The boy is very happy for the next 5 minutes. He's like, "Are very good. She's gone. I don't want her." And after 5 minutes, she starts missing. He starts missing her. So I asked her first, and I said, "Do you want the same girl? You want to change your mind? Hey, you're not married yet. You can figure it out." And he says, "No, no, no. I'm really missing her. I want the same girl." And out of that picture, the entire live girl appears.
Wow.
And then obviously we have a lot of different elements of the Varmala exchange, etc., which is something beyond imagination, that the way it is created. So I think I have moved on from just trickery element to something like this, which is more an experience rather than the trick. So the wonder remains
Sure.
as theatrical.
Oh, that sounds so exciting. I mean, I know we've been to weddings where everything is choreographed, right? Dancing. I hope more and more people use this. I'd love to see, I love to see some of the guests disappear.
Sure.
Can you make it? Vinay for Paymaster says, "Can you read minds?" She's asking this very interesting question.
Yes, of course we can read minds. Why not?
Okay, read mine.
Well, I just did, didn't I?
No, but I think what she's mentioning. Are you Binaifa? Are you suggesting that what she did, like a number? I said 7 days, and Venkat said Alaska. That's what you mean, or as we are speaking, whether she can read what's going on in my mind. So let her respond to that. In the
Sure.
meantime, Kruti,
Yeah, sorry, please go
No,
ahead.
no, 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 please, please.
No, so I'm saying that if she means really like reading your mind, just like you're sitting in front of me, knowing, oh, what are you thinking? What's your next question going to be?
Yeah, yeah.
So I like to, as I mentioned initially, that I only will enter your mind space with your permission, because that's the ethical value that I follow.
So if I give you permission, I say, okay, Kruti, you feel free to read my mind. I'm not giving you permission. I'm just saying if I did,
Oh, I thought you want me to start right away.
no. Oh, my mind. You'll have like 20,000 contracts in my mind. Then you'll start reading my contracts. No, but no, but if I did give you permission, if someone did say, yes, Kruti, go ahead, read my mind, you're saying that you can actually read somebody's mind.
To a certain extent, yes. Because I don't really want to get into somebody else's mind, because there's so much things which are too personal to them, and I think
Yes.
sometimes we have to leave it at that space.
Sure. And so, Binay, that, yeah. So, Binay, I'm assuming that answers your question. Yes, she can read people's mind with their permission, but it's so complex, right? Human minds are so complex. So, for me, the question is like I said when I started this conversation, I said we're so child. I like that childlike. We think magic is childlike, but do you think it is childlike? Do you think magic remains with us until we, are whatever age and we go move on with our lives?
Yes, because magic is wonder, and I think every person has a child in them, no matter what age they are at. So I think that is why magic really appeals to all age groups, and it is something which is very pure and innocent format of entertainment.
Sure.
So even if I don't use words which are not kid friendly or anything of that sort, it still will appeal to you just normally in its natural innocent form, and I think
Yeah.
that's the beauty of wonder and magic.
Every time you use the word magic, right? Or you've done those tricks, and I know you'll do more. I feel like doing this, and I think I want to be gleeful. I feel like jumping. No, really, genuinely, I feel like clapping my hands like, "Hey, Kanya!" And this takes me back to when I was like 5 years old, and I first experienced the Madari show with the Bandar ka dance. Like this, exactly how it feels. Now,
Right.
can you give us another experience of your magic? If you can
Uh,
include, if you can include the engage the audience we have, great.
so,
If
so,
you
so
can't,
what I'm going to do, so what I'm actually going to do is, this is something actually a surprise for everyone. I have different cards which have different pictures on them. So I
yeah,
have, this is like a gift box. I have a boot. I have like an angry icon. I
emoji,
have a diamond. I have a tortoise. This
yeah,
way,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I can see.
etc. A banana. Uh,
What about, yeah, emoji, whatever that is.
Whatever emojis, etc.
Yeah,
So all of them, as I show you, are different. If you can
yeah,
see, all of them are different in this
yes,
entire pack of cards that we have. So what I'm going to ask you to do, Raga, is I am going to ask you to just say stop anyway. I'm going to riffle through these cards. I
yeah,
just want you to
yeah.
see stop where you like it.
Stop.
So you have
Okay,
you have to do it
okay.
on this entire thing. As we go
Stop.
right here. Oh, sorry, I
Yeah.
missed it. Again. No problem.
Stop.
Okay, we said stop here.
Yep.
What is the card you stopped at? You've got a symbol here. If
Yes.
you would have said stop after one more card, it would have been a heart. And if you had stopped before one more card, it would have probably been another smiley face. So
Okay.
you said stop at this card. Is that
Yep.
correct? And it's a
Yes.
pencil.
Yes. Yes.
Would you be amazed, Raga, if I tell you that I already knew, not right now, but before we even began this show or this session, that this is the choice Raga is going to make? Would you be amazed?
Super amazed.
I will reveal that to you in a minute, in a bit. And let me tell you, this is a very important or a significant thing in your life. Do you
Okay.
agree?
Very important. I don't wear a watch.
It's a very, very important thing in your life. It could have been any of the other things, but it has only been this, maybe the thing that was missing in your life.
Okay. If you say so.
And before we begin this, so Raga, you are with me on Instagram. You're with me on Instagram, right?
Yes. Yes.
What if I tell you before we began, I knew that and I posted it as a story on my Instagram page, which
Okay.
is @official Kruti Parekh,
Okay. Should
that
I look it up?
what yes, yes, please. So I want you to go to your phone and I want maybe the entire audience to go on their phones. You can actually go to my page, which is @official Kruti Parekh. I repeat, @official Kruti Parekh. And I want you to go to the stories bit of it. And in the stories, you will see a totally out now. That's the flyer. And I want you to click once again on it, and you will see a story.
Whoa.
It shows what Raga is going to choose. And you can see, Raga, that it's not just put up on Instagram. You can check the timeline when it has been put up.
44 minutes ago. Guys,
44 minutes ago, that's before we began this entire show. It says Raga will select the watch.
this is freaking me out.
So,
Ah,
yeah, and everyone who's watching this can actually go on the Instagram page and see the story. And guys, if you have liked it and if you have enjoyed this, please go and connect with me on Instagram and follow me there because I would like you guys to be connected.
this is amazing, Kruti. It's really amazing. I don't know the significance of this. I must share the significance. I don't wear a watch deliberately because I don't like the concept of time.
Okay.
I feel claustrophobic about time, but I am always on time. That's the other part of it. So if you invite me somewhere and you say we have to meet at 8 o'clock, I will be there 5 minutes before 8 o'clock. I'm never late, unless of
So,
course,
sometimes, let me tell you, the choices that we make are something
yeah.
which define us. And
Okay.
sometimes the choices that we don't make also define us. And that's why it could have been the reason why you stopped at this one and not at any of the other objects that you had here. You literally have random objects here. You have a beach, you have a car, you have a lot of objects. But
Okay.
you chose to stop exactly at that time.
Okay. The child in me accepts. The cynic in me is going to ask you this question. The card deck was in your hands. You had the control. You had already posted it. You had the deck in your hand, and you three times you said, "Oh, sorry, sorry." The fourth time you stopped me. So was that could that have been a possibility that it was planted? I'm just asking the cynic in me.
Not really, because you could have stopped at any card. And even if now, if you ask me and you stop at any card, the only issue that we have here is because we have a delay.
Yeah, yeah.
There is a reason why I finished all the cards the first time. The second time that you said again, it was just not very clear. The third time that you said is exactly when you said stop, I could say stop. So that's the only reason why it was at this point. It could have been any other thing.
Amazing. Amazing, amazing, Kruti. I have a question that I'll ask you in the end.
All
Okay.
right.
But for now, we've got Anil Bharwani who sends his love. Anil, love you too. He says, "Can you teach me how to read? Can you teach me how to read what is going on in my wife's mind?" You have a wife? You can tell me. Okay. So
All
yeah.
right, so maybe you could just tell Anil that his wife has actually just messaged me and I've already sent him.
Oh, Anil, you asked for that. He's saying, "Oh, which wife?" So, Kruti, really, what I'm loving about this show is that girlfriend. He's saying,
Oh,
girlfriend,
girl.
girlfriend. So yeah,
So
that
मैंने
also.
तो wife को भेज दिया उनको बोलो थोड़ा संभल के रहे आज.
आज थोड़ा संभल के रहना अनिल आज वो वाइफ को भेज दिया आपने गलती से वाइफ कह दिया उसको but Kruti, what I'm loving about this is that how it's entertainment. It is no matter just before we got on the call, just before I was in a very serious conversation all day today on a contract which we're doing. Like I just mentioned that to you, I've spent like 10 hours yesterday and a few hours today. Serious stuff. I didn't even have the mind space. I was thinking, how am I going to do justice to Kruti? And you brought out this fun element in me, and I'm so pleased. So this is what for me is very important. How to keep that magic alive beyond the magic that we're talking about. It doesn't have to be tricks. Please share.
Sorry, I didn't get your question. So how
I'm
to?
saying how to keep the magic alive in us
Yeah,
beyond the magic of
in
that
you as a person, how do you keep it alive?
yeah.
I think I think what we're actually doing is as human beings, I think we just take everything too seriously. But actually even life doesn't take us seriously. So why are we taking ourselves so seriously? I think we are just too much into planning. Just look what happened. We have COVID-19. Where are all our plans? It's all gone for a toss. So I think we just were rather in that mindset that, oh, everything has to be planned, everything has to be perfect, everything has to be like this. And when it doesn't happen, we get stressed.
Correct.
And that's why when I do my motivational sessions, that's the first thing that I work on is about mindsets. How you can create a mindset which is then going to help you work on everything. So there's a beautiful line from the Bhagavad Gita which says Man Bhava, which means mind is man. What you think is who you become. That's what Buddha says. It's the
Yes.
same. Whenever you start feeling, oh my God, this is very serious, this is very important, this is very this, we have to do it. The moment you will start taking it lightly, the moment you will start being like, hey, it's okay, I can do it. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be so stressful. Even if it is, it's okay. I'm a human. I can make a mistake. It can happen like that. And the moment you start lightening your mindset up, it's just gonna go with the flow, and you will be able to attract that happiness, that positivity into you. And so if you were stressed about the contract, yes, work is important, but you don't need to stress so much about it because you can be 100% accurate. And there can be a situation like COVID-19, which you had not even
Yeah.
thought of, which will
Yep.
come in and your entire contract has gone for a toss.
Correct.
So,
So
so you can
yeah.
only plan to a limit. And I think if you just go with the flow and keep happiness as a state of mind, because if you keep happiness as a state of mind, that's what you're going to be.
So tell us which, I know it is lockdown and you're working from home and all of us are working from home, and I've had conversation with you and how you're managing, and your basically business is about interacting with people. You like that engagement. How are you managing now?
How am I managing in the sense?
Like,
Like I'm having my
yeah,
shows going on, I'm having my
and
workshops going on. So I every day, morning and night. In fact, though I'm just in my room, I have just cut my travel time. To be really honest, I've only cut my travel time. Everything else is happening as it is. So I'm having my show, which happens, which is for everybody, where I'm engaging with people, I'm interacting, and it's a very, very engaging show that all the people participate. So I think I'm not missing that element of it. The second element is of just being at home. Is I think I'm just not having the travel to do, and who wants to travel in the Mumbai traffic? I think I'm very happy not traveling in the Mumbai traffic.
Hello.
So I think that's just the issue of this. There's no problem whatsoever. As I said, it's just the moment I start feeling that no, this is a problem, I'm going to get stressed out. The moment I start looking at solutions. So let me tell you that before this lockdown, I wasn't exploring the online space at all. At all. I didn't know how to make a video also. Today, I have my own online show. Today, I'm doing workshops online. Today, I'm on Raga show.
Excellent.
You know that. So even today, when we were trying to connect, I was like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do this? I do not know about it. But I'm learning. So I think what I'm learning in this lockdown is something which is going to only add value to me. And
Brilliant.
experiential quality which I was bringing up in my shows, in my live course, and my live workshops, and my live motivational sessions. Now I'm thinking of creative ways to bring it online. And
Amazing.
what you said recently, like the Alaska and the 7 day stuff, and maybe the cards and stuff, is what I'm actually transforming from a live experience to an online experience. And I
And we
think
had
it
a
gives you a
great,
mind to just grow.
yeah, and we have had a great experience. I can see people participating, enjoying it. Kruti, is there another trick you can show us so that we can keep our client, our audience engaged? I
So
won't
I
take
have
too many tricks from you, promise.
let's do one thing. Let's do one
Yeah.
thing, with you, Raga. Would you want to get for some time my power? Let's
Yes,
make it interesting.
yes, sometime, yeah.
Ladies and
Forever,
gentlemen, now we
forever.
have the new person who's going to be the mental power expert, and that's going to be Raga. All right, that was a great introduction
Yeah.
for you, Raga. And
In
I'm going to do
in
something
in not for some time. I want it forever. But hey, for some time will do. मैं बहुत greedy हूँ.
right now. Other than that, we'll work on the contract, Raga.
I'm not taking it seriously.
Okay. So, I have a deck of cards here with me where all the cards are blue backed. Can you see?
What does that mean?
So this color of the back
Huh.
is blue.
Okay, okay. Blue back. Okay.
So as you see, they're all blue backed cards.
Yes.
Okay. And I have one card here, which is a red color card.
Yes, got it.
It's a red back. What I'm going to do, Raga, is I'm going to keep this red back card somewhere in this deck that you don't know currently of.
Okay.
Okay. And this is faced off, so you don't know where the card is.
Yes.
Now I want you to focus. I want you to focus here. And I'm going to say something. You have to say that. Okay. It's a mantra from uh, from the Vedas. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, from the Upanishads. It's a mantra from the Upanishads. I'll make it more simpler for you. A
Yeah.
mantra from the Upanishads, which says Om Purnamada
Om Purnamadha
Purnamidam
Purnamidham.
Purnat Purna
Hey Bhagwan. Purnat Purna
Mudachyate
Muddhat Chite.
Mudachyate
Muddhat.
Purnasya Purnamadaya
Hey Bhagwan.
Purnasya
Purni
Purnamadaya
Madhaya
Purnameva
Purnameva
Vachichyate.
Vatichite.
Yeah. So basically, what this means is, if from complete we take away complete, complete still remains. Okay, that's a different theory. I will explain to you some other time.
Please.
That means I'm giving you my complete power for the time being at this point of time, right?
Okay.
It's going to deal down cards, and you will just say stop anywhere that you want to. Just say stop
That's it. Stop.
right here. Okay.
Yes.
You said stop right here. You have said stop at this card, which is the Eight of Hearts.
Yes.
If you would have said stop at Joker,
Yes.
you would have said stop at the blue backed card.
Correct.
If you would have said stop at this card, you would have still said stop at the blue back card.
Correct.
But you said stop at this point. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for Raga because she has stopped at the only red back card that we had in the deck.
See, I'm the new musician. No, no, magician, not musician. To hui main magician. This is amazing, Kruti. So
She's going to give me a run for my money. I'm worried.
I'm going to have to read the shlokas many times, and I'm going to make you read them my way. So you can, but this is amazing. So the reality is that you're telling me that you have the ability to do what a lot of people cannot do, right? You are actually getting in my mind and influencing me, which is amazing. So trick is another thing, right? But this is influencing minds, and I think that's such a powerful tool to have. Kruti, is there anything we can do with the audience before we conclude the session today?
Sure. So let's do one small thing with the audience before we really conclude. I have another prediction that I have right here.
Yeah.
You can see that, and I am just going to go to my calculator right here. You see that?
Okay.
I want you to start with you. Give me a 4-digit number, a random 4-digit number.
5689.
5689.
Yep, got it.
Okay, I'm going to add it to. Can the audience give me another 4-digit number?
Okay, we'll wait. Remember, there's a lag, so we'll have to just wait for a few seconds.
Do you want to give me another 4-digit number?
We'll just wait for the audience. I've given 5689. The audience, you can give a 4-digit number, random. You can key it in. The first person who keys that in, we will take that to Kruti.
We'll take a couple of numbers, so please keep keying in the numbers. Please take in a couple of numbers.
6745.
6745. And we're going to have one more 2-digit number.
28. So 2-digit or 4-digit?
Okay, give me 28. Give me
2874.
2874. And can we have a 2-digit number, please?
Can I take from a number from the 4-digit, the first 2 digits? 33.
Go.
33.
Sorry?
Raj Singh Rawat, 33.
And give me another 3-digit number.
I'll take it from the next one, Anil Bharwani, 999.
999. And is that okay, or do you want to put in one more number? You get a choice.
Put in 9, another 9.
Okay, into another this thing, and we got a number. Okay,
Yes.
I've pressed equals, and we've got a number which is a fairly large number. And this is a combination of all the numbers that have been given by this audience. If they
Yes.
had given another number, the answer would have been different. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
So please read what the number is. 351
71209. 351 71209.
Do you want to note it down? Do you want to note it down? Or you remember it? You have a great memory.
Yep.
Okay. 3517209. I have this prediction that I've made from before, and we are going to open and read what this is. It would be crazy if we had something that the audience had actually planned for. And we have three five
317
one seven
1 2.
12
Whoa.
09.
Speechless,
And. But that's not the end of the story, you know.
isn't it?
Because if I just take it a little behind the same piece of paper, it says a word. Do you read the word? Positive. P
Yeah,
O.
yeah. Ulta. Huh. Positive. If you read, yes,
Positive is the word that you actually see here.
I can see positive.
And that's the
Amazing.
mindset you need to keep. Because if you have a positive mindset, you can do anything that you want to. So I tell people be positive. I don't mean corona positive. I mean positive state of mind. If that's what you have, that's what you are. You can be brilliant.
Anil has asked, "What do women want?" Don't ask, Anil. That's something that you will never know. When I don't know yet. I'm still figuring it out. वो mystery रहने दो. That's the magic of not knowing, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes you
you
don't
can
know.
keep the wonder alive.
Absolutely. Kruti, I said to you before we conclude the show, I'm going to have a question that I'm going to ask you. It's a question that you and I haven't been able to meet physically for I don't know how many years now, 2 years. हो सकता है?
Yeah.
And you tried everything possible. You got
Astrologer. Astrologer.
astrologer, pundit, you tried. You even gave the 500 rupee fake note that Mr. Modi
Yeah.
decided
True,
to
true.
buy.
Right.
Why haven't you worked on your magic to make this happen?
So I told you, right? Sometimes it just doesn't work. So yeah, sometimes it doesn't work, or sometimes as I told you, some people want you to fail. So I don't know which one this is.
Oh, never, never.
Just joking, just joking. But yeah, I think sometimes it just doesn't work. And as I say, there's this beautiful line I think I'd shared with you the first time that we had met. We often meet our destiny on the path we take to avoid it. And I
Right.
think it's a part of destiny that we weren't supposed to meet physically with each other, but we were supposed to meet virtually in this.
Virtually. Amazing. I've loved having you on the show. I'm sure our audience has absolutely enjoyed. I hope everyone has a magical Saturday. And like Nicola says, we first met in London. Yes, we first met in London nearly three years ago in December, actually. I remember that's 2.5 years ago in
Yes.
December. And I'm so happy to have had you on this totally random show today. Thank you very much. Enjoy the lockdown. I think the only thing we can take away from this more than everything else is let's all stay magical. Please follow Kruti on her Insta page, which is at what?
Update official Kruti Parekh.
Yeah, and
So
if anybody's getting married or having a party, please remember, don't have just that. Let's bring magic into our lives. Let's get Kruti, and Kruti will come back to you with lots of corporate curated ideas because I think
So
this
I would just like to mention one thing before, since you've mentioned what kind of activities which I do. I'm a specialist in customization. So when you talk about corporates, so yes, the shows and the motivational sessions are one element of my work. What I also like to do is anything you want to create a product or a product launch which has a magical aspect to it, I can create that. You want to do a entire program where you want to have corporate communications through a magical element, I can create that. If you want to have internal employee engagement with a magical element and a cause, I can do that. So basically, I am an artist who takes magic or the wow factor and puts it into all your corporate ideas, communications, presentations, etc.
fantastic. And there's so much more to Kruti than the magic. And can I ask you to say a few of your shairi? I love your shairi poetry. Are you ready for your poetry? I'd love to see that part to Kruti.
Yeah, that's actually that's a very very personal side of me. I'm a very shy writer and I write very simple stuff. But okay, since you
Ek
mentioned it,
suna to.
the first time I'm actually ever saying it live on a public platform, so I'm going to say that it's one of the recent
Please
ones
do.
which I've written. It says, हर सफर में हम सफर की तलाश है, हर नजर में उस नजर की तलाश है, दिल की धड़कन थम जाए एक पल, हर पल में उस पल की तलाश है.
Wow, wow. Beautiful. Do you want to repeat it and do you want to translate it for the audience who doesn't understand.
maybe you want to translate it for us?
हर पल में हर
हर
पल की
सफर
तलाश,
में
हर
हर
सफर में
सफर में हम सफर की तलाश है. So in every journey, you're looking for a partner.
a companion. Yeah, okay.
partner.
Yes,
हर
correct.
सफर में हम सफर की तलाश है. हर नजर में उस नजर की तलाश है. Like every look that you're looking at, you want to see that one special look.
Right.
हर नजर में उस नजर की तलाश है. दिल की धड़कन थम जाए एक पल. So
If
may
our
your
heart
heart be stopped
stop
for one
for a
moment.
moment. Yeah.
That one moment. हर पल में उस पल की तलाश है. So every moment you're looking for that one moment where your heartbeat really stops. So I think as people say that it's about the number of moments that your heartbeat stops, or the number of moments that
Let
make you stop. Yeah.
yeah.
That's exactly, the explanation and the idea behind the entire shairi.
So Kruti, I bless you and I wish you find that humsafar and that moment remains with you forever. Thank you for sharing beautiful, magical moments with us. Lots of love. Take care. Signing off at Totally Out Now. Thank